The exercises shown are for informational purposes only. Only attempt any workout under professional supervision with a qualified trainer and at your own risk. Always consult your physician before attempting any physical exercise. By watching any part of this video, you expressly agree to release and discharge the producers and trainers and waive any right and legal action for personal injury or property damage.
When in the Los Angeles area, train at MuayThaiAmerica.net.
Swaddy Cup, that's right. I'm here with Cole Dollar. We're going to do another session here. And before we get started, Cole's going to move to England. He's going to bring 3 dogs with them. 3 dogs. All right, so here we're going to start with a more dynamic stretch. Okay, so we're just going to punch out just like we were punching. Yeah, just get a little bit arm movement there. Good. And then we're going to switch our legs to the other leg. Just make sure the waist turns too. Good. Alright, I'm going to swing those arms up and down. And then go sideways and then there you go, good. And then we're going to turn them like we're throwing our hooks. There we go, big circles here. And then backwards. Alright, now we're gonna go 1 forward, 1 backwards, okay? There you go, good. And the other way, forward and backwards. So let's see, oh that's right. There we go.
It's a little weird to get started.
Good. Now we'll swing his arms. And then make a big circle, reaching down, up, away. And we're going to switch directions on that. We're just going to swing our knees a little bit. Kick our leg forward, back, there you go. We're gonna go sideways, so that's if we're throwing the side kick. Just kind of lift. Too young to be having bones cracking. Alright, then you go around, like a round kick. Bounce a little bit. So we do one eye exercise that we do normally a lot of fighters do. And what they do is they put their hands in front of their eyes here, and Cole and I are actually standing in front of a mirror, okay? So what you want to do is you want to put your hands in front of your face and go back and forth. Now you stare at your fingers, and then throw the focus back to the mirror, back to your fingers, back to the mirror, back to your fingers, back to the mirror. Back again, good. And then see, the mirror is actually twice the distance. So if you're 10 feet away from the mirror, you're actually looking 20 feet away. So this is changing your focus from 2 inches to 20 feet, okay. 2 inches to 20 feet. A lot of Thai fighters do that even just to get their eyes. All right, we're gonna go jump rope, okay? Cole is jumping rope right now, and as we do that, I want to talk a little bit about Muay Thai training. And so one of the things that we find a lot of people do while they're training is is they're too enthusiastic about training. And Muay Thai is a great way to train. You hit something, there's contact and resistance. The important thing is that you don't want to burn yourself out, okay? So as you train, and as you train, it feels great. You're hitting something. And a lot of people, they go 100%. They try to murder the pads, murder the mitts. And that's something we don't want to do. We don't want to go so hard that the next day your body is dying, you can't get out of bed, and you force yourself to go. So what we want to do is we always want to make progress, a little bit of progress each time. So as you're training, maybe the first time you want to push yourself, you know, obviously more than 50%. Let's say you push yourself to 60%. And then the next time you train, you take that up to 65, 70%, then 80%, then 90%, and then 100%. And then you reach that 100%, let's say in 3 rounds, or 3 rounds. Then you want to add another round, start over again, and work your way progressively. Because we find the #1 reason why people don't succeed in this program is that they burn themselves out. And again, it's a high, it's a rush to really hit something. Everybody feels better when they hit something using contact and resistance and without going to jail. You know, it's such an emotional and such a psychological release. But again, this is a longevity game for us. In Muay Thai, we consider it a lifestyle. So we also want to keep that lifestyle going with us. And we want to do this as a long-term thing. So we make progress slowly each time, progressively get better, work our way harder each time, and push yourself to the limit. And you always want to be at a point where you're a little bit sore, but you feel good, you get that endorphin rush, you feel a little bit hot, but not to the point where you're dying, because it's the burnout factor again. If you feel terrible, you don't want to come back, you know, and because the psychology works like this. When you train and when you fight, when you're doing the motions, if you work to the point where you're just dead and you can only get in bed, you know, or just lay in bed or just lay there, I'm just dying, I'm dead. Felt good, but I'm dying and dead. You'll reach the threshold where you don't want to come back because it feels better not doing it because you're recovering. You want a little bit of recovery, hurt a little bit, 10, 20% hurt, come back stronger. Cole and I are going to work on our defense today, okay? And one of the most common things for defense is our leg check, all right? To do the leg check properly, we want to take our stance here, all right? Take our stance, good. And we want to raise our leg, okay? Our right leg to the inside of the right elbow, all right? And we're going to make that as our basis of our block, okay? All right? As we do here, we want to be able to make sure our foot points down, and we don't want to angle our body, okay? So in normal stance here, Cole, when we stand, we don't want to stand too tall here. What we're going to do is we're going to curve our ab, put our shoulders a little bit forward, and make a smaller shell here. Because the smaller you are, the less you have to defend, okay? So then we're going to raise that leg here, good. And so you see, if I raise like this, all right, if I go like this, then it takes too much time for me. What I really want to do here, in my defense here, pop. Kick, come, pop. I raise really fast, boom. And that's why our stance is shoulder width. If our stance is wider than shoulder width, see, we have to shift our weight to the center point here, okay? So let's try that, So ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, good, So now we're gonna do the left side here, and the same thing here, pop, just raise up the leg, pop, and the elbows on the outside, okay? All right, so we're gonna try that, ready, 1, 2, 3.
Is it like a 45, right?
A little bit 45, little, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, good stuff, okay? So as we do this leg check here, so here Cole stand right here, right over here, all right. Cole's doing a leg check because this is gonna make a wall of defense. So raise your leg up, and as you see here, this is a wall of defense. From the bottom of his toe to his hands here, he has a wall of defense, okay? So it doesn't matter where I kick or where I strike. So here you take your stance, use the same defense no matter what. I kick low, bang, I kick middle, bang. I kick high, bang. Doesn't matter. Cole just needs to see my hip move. When he sees my hip move, he just raises that leg, bang, and he defends himself. So he doesn't need to know if it's high, middle, or low, okay? The same thing here. Bop, 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 He sees my hip moves, he raises his leg for defense, okay? All right? Now the most common question is, why does the elbow go on the outside, okay? So as he defends here, he raises his knee, and his knee comes up, and the elbow's on the outside. And we see people do it this way, okay? And that's not a good way of doing it. The thing that's important to remember is the velocity of the kick. The kick is a very strong weapon. So when he raises up and the elbow's on the inside, see, if my arm was the kick, you'd just go right through. But if the elbow's on the outside here, see, that stops the kick from coming through, because the knee stops the arm from collapsing, okay? And that's why we want to do it on the outside, all right? The next block we have is cross leg check, okay? Cross leg check here, I take my stance, all right? My weight is probably going to be 50-50 or toward the rear, and now this left leg comes to the right side, and I make a wall of defense with my left leg defending the right side of my body. Boom, okay? And sometimes you see people twisting their arms a little bit, putting their hand out like that, and what they want to do is just help them wind their body. You can see my position here. I have a wall of defense. Bang, this way here. So we do cross leg check. 1, good. 2, good. So now we still want to keep this elbow down, and see that wall is here, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, good. And the same thing on the right side here. Here, Cole, I have my stance here, and as I raise my right leg, I'm going to bring it to my left elbow. Boom, and come this way with the cross leg check, okay? Now the common mistake when people do this is they do it almost like a kick, and they sweep their leg around, and we don't want to do it like a kick. We want to bring it close to our body, bang, that's why the block is fast. But if I bring it around like this, it takes way too long, you'll get hit with the kick, okay? So we do right cross leg check, and make sure you're far enough around to defend the left side of that body. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want you to curve your body a little bit more, make your body a little bit smaller. There you go, There you go. 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? So we have our leg check, okay, and our cross leg check, all right? So which determines which block you're going to use, all right? So Cole, take your stance, okay, all right? If Cole's weight is on his front foot, okay, all right, and I kick with my left, he's going to raise the rear foot, because the rear leg, boom, don't come forward, come a little bit 45 out. Bop, there you go, good, He's going to raise that because the weight is already on his front foot, all right? Boom, good, all right? So if your weight is even or on your rear foot, and I kick with my right, you're going to raise the left foot. There you go, good, Boom, good, And that way he has the defense, okay? What we don't want to do is the opposite, okay? So here, let's say Cole's weight is on his rear foot, all right? If I kick with my left, he's going to use his left leg to cross leg check. That way he doesn't have to shift his weight, okay? So for instance, if your foot weight was forward, and you want to use the rear leg, the rear leg, so it takes too long. Yeah. The kick will already hit you. Because you would have to transition your weight from here to here, and we don't want to do that. So wherever your weight is wherever side your foot is light, it's going to be the side that you're going to check with the leg kick, okay? So the same thing here, all right? If the weight is on your front foot here, I kick with my right, bang, there you go. Because he naturally just slides right into that movement, okay? And those are the two we're going to work on right now. Remember the idea here, keep the body checked, body low. The higher, taller you are, the more you have to defend. And the more area you have to defend, it means you have to bend down and put your weight over to the side, okay? And we don't want that. We want our body just straight up, bang, defense, bang, fast defense, okay? All right. So in this drill here, I'm gonna throw kicks at Cole. He's gonna return kick, okay? All right, so here, take your stand. Good, Okay, good, And as you do this with somebody, if you're training with somebody, you know you wanna kick them, but you don't need to use your shin against them, okay? So here I'm just using the inside of my arch, and that way we can train safely. We don't need to collide shin on shin, okay? Good, 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 nice, good. Good, all right. So now that Cole's got this movement down pretty well, what's the important thing right now is that he maintains focus on me as an opponent, not looking at my feet. It's very common, a lot of people look down at the feet to look for the block, but in real fighting, you're looking at the face or the shoulders here. So you want to look at my shoulders here and peripherally you see that I'm throwing that kick, okay? And that's the proper way to train, okay? So he's looking at me, bang, good, Good. 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 So Cole's doing what we call a drop step right now, okay? So what he does is when he blocks, he actually drops his front foot a little bit, and that positions him into the kick. That's why he can return the kick fast, okay? When you don't use that drop step, the foot has to come back and launch again. Whereas here, almost dropping right into it. You're doing a great job there, brother. All right. Dang, good, Oh, yeah, good, all right. All right, complimented him too soon, all right? All right, now we're gonna do it to the left side here. So here, leg check, bang, there you go, good. Good. Put on my coronavirus mask, okay? Good. 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 Now we're gonna variate it, okay? All right. Hey. 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 Good. Good. Good stuff, all right. Now that we've done the leg check, we're gonna do cross leg check now. And this one, again, it's the leg is gonna go to the opposite elbow, okay? So he's gonna cross leg check with his left. Boom, and right into it. That way, usually we have two ways of kicking, okay? So you can go this way here, right kick. Good. You can also drop for the left kick, okay? Good. There's two ways of kicking for that one, okay? All right. So again here. Good, Then left kick. You see how he cross leg uses that drop step that we talked about earlier. Again. Good, Good. 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 That one, since he cross leg checks, he almost like he's winding up to throw a pitch. Okay? All right, now we're going to do the left side again. Good. And again, he left leg checks, he puts the foot back, throws the kick right away instead of putting it down. and then switching. Very good, Cole, okay. Get it right side. Up. Okay, good, And left kick. Up. Good. So now we're gonna do it on the right side, okay? All right. So here, he's gonna right leg check, and then let's walk into the left kick. Gonna walk right into it. Boom, boom, okay? All right. Here, bop, bop, good. Balance first, balance, make sure the weight is more towards your front foot or even, okay? Bop, there you go, good, Now we do it, right leg check, right kick, bop, good. Right side again, good.
If it's lower, do I still try to?
Sometimes you could read into a low kick, and you don't have to raise all the way. But traditionally, we want to be able to go and just use one block. A lot of times, you know they're throwing the leg kick. You can read it, you can just throw it right away, you know? All right. So here again, cross leg, so cross leg check. Right cross leg check, pop, good. Welcome guys, good. Good, right cross leg check, pop, away, good. Good. So now that Cole and I have defended against the kick, round kick, okay, we're going to defend against the push kick, all right? So one thing that we know, Cole, is that when the push kick is usually going to come to the center of the body. There you go. He's going to use that parry, okay? All right? So when the push kick comes low, you don't really need to reach down for it here, okay? All right? Good, and it's going to come to the center, all right? Now, as we do this, we want to create, so here, stand in front of the camera here. We want to create almost like a windshield wiper effect, okay, with that, all right? So what we don't want to do is we don't want to reach down like this, okay? As you do here, shoulder high, slide the left foot back just a little bit so to give you the spring to come back, okay? All right, and make sure we clear. So the common mistake a lot of people do when they use this parry, they're just going like this, and you see it's not even covering my body. So it has to cover from the left side, so right side to the left side of my body, okay? So we'll do that together. So in front of the camera. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So I'm going to sweep it just out just a little bit more, okay? All right. There you go. Good. The same thing on the right side here. So the hand is up here. He's going to parry, and my shoulder's going to come forward. And what that allows me to do is to narrow my waist. Okay, so if I just go like this, you see my body's still straight, flat. But here, I kind of turn a little bit, narrows my waist. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, So the second way we're going to do it is use the inside parry. The inside parry here, the hand is going to come inward. As it rotates, it turns our waist, and comes inward. Okay, so do that to the camera. And again, we're going to slide back just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We do the same thing here with the right side here, and almost like a bullfighter, I narrow my waist here and use the parry here. Okay. All right. Make sure it's short, sweet, is the same. There you go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good stuff. Okay. So we're going to talk about which parry we're going to use and why we use it. Okay. So let's say Cole kicks with his right foot here, push kicks with his right foot. I'm going to parry, and I'm going to use my right hand against here, okay? All right? So here, boom, I use that, and you can see my hand is touching the outside of his ankle here. Bang, okay? All right? I slide and I narrow my body, okay? All right, if he push kicks with his left foot, my left hand uses the parry, boom, okay? And I'm touching the outside of his ankle. So I'm gonna do it to Cole here, okay? All right, so here I right push kick here, you parry the right hand, good. And see, he turns me out this way with that, okay? All right, do the left, use the left hand, parries out, okay? So let's say we did the opposite, all right? So let's say here, I'm gonna push kick with my right. You're not gonna use your right, you use your left, okay? So here, now he opens me up, bang, I kick him right away. All right, because he's turning me into the kick. And here, that's correct, he's turning me out here. And so again, I use my left foot, he's gonna use his left hand, bang, okay? If he uses his right hand, he turns me, bang, right into the kick. So he doesn't, what we don't want him to do is have me turn me into the kick, okay? So here the same thing, when you use this ankle, touch the outside of my ankle with your left hand. No, go inside parry, boom, good, turns me out here, okay? If you did the same parry with my right foot, bang, okay, I kick, turns me right into the kick here. All right, same thing with the right hand here. Inside parry, good, turns me out. Here, no, so yeah, but here, if you did it in, boom, turns me right into the kick, okay? Sometimes it's not avoidable, so sometimes you just have to make the parry no matter what in your judgment. So it's better to block than to not block. But as you're doing it, make sure you can, preferably you can use the outside of the ankle, okay? But there's a drawback here. So here, you parry, again, sorry, do again, boom, bang, spins me back, okay? So no technique is perfect, all right? We gotta make sure we know. Okay, so now that we know the foundations of the parry, we're going to use that. And he's going to turn me into the kick, okay? So here, parry, boom, bang, way, okay. All right, 200 and 300 pounds of hulkness kicking at me. Again, bang, good. You need to slide just a little bit back, okay? As we slide here, boom, launches me to throw my body weight into the kick. Yeah, just a little bit. So back again. Right hand parry. Bop. Bang. There you go. And I can feel that when he rocks back in with that kick, okay? All right. Bop. Bang. Way. All right. Good. So now we're going to do on the left side here. He's going to parry. Slide back a little bit. Yeah, slide back a little bit, okay? Good. Yeah. Nice, good. 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 One more. Alright, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. We go back to the right side. So you need to try to turn your body a little bit. And see, when I parry this way here, it sets my hip back. Whereas if I just go like this, my hip is not rotating back. It doesn't give me that power kick that I'm looking for, okay? All right, so hip, no, the other way. Over. All right. Okay, like that. A little bit too much, all right? So we'll split the difference. Bop. Hey. All right. All right. Good. Hey, good. All right. Same thing on the left side here. Boom. That one's the other opposite way. Remember the rotation of the hip, trying to chamber that hip back. All right. Slide back a little bit. Nice. There. You can. Good. A little bit too much, okay? Just a little bit when a narrow, okay? Good. 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 More. Good. So now we're going to use the inside parry, and that's the palm fingers are facing, palm is facing inward. We call it inside parry because this is the inside of your body and it's going towards the inside, okay? Alright, we'll do the left side first, okay? So here, inside, left side, Again. Bang, good, Okay. Good. Little bit of slide there. Oh, all right. Okay. A little bit of slide. So here, when we do it again, a little slide back so we can step back into the kick, and then narrowing our body a little bit. Okay? Narrowing our body a little bit. Okay. All right. There you go. Good. Way. Good. Slide back a little bit, slide that front foot back a little bit. Way good. Alright. The same thing here with the right hand. Against the right kick, and we're going to go to the left kick, okay? Bop. Bop. Good. Again. Make sure your palm touches. Tighten that elbow a little bit. There you go, good, good. Good. When we do that too, I want to make sure this shoulder is high here, all right? Okay. The shoulder's inside the cheek here, all right? Just in case the trajectory of the kick changes, or just they throw a hand instead, okay? All right? Good. Good. Back to the right side, your left hand parry. Hey, good. Slide a little bit, make sure that shoulder's high again. Away. Away. Up. Alright, go to the right hand now, left kick. Bop. Boom, good. 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 Alright, good stuff, alright. Okay, we're going to apply this against the pad work, okay? Like here, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Don't reach out for it, just let it come to you. All right? Okay. Good. Yeah. Go cross. Yeah. Bang. Good. Right here. Yeah, good. Yeah, cross. Good. Good. Halfway. Good. Good. Let's break right into the leg check. Okay. All right. Balance. Good. Left side. Good. Alright, so now we're going to work on the cross leg check, okay? Alright.
Yeah,
Good. Left cross leg. Left cross leg.
It's his first time.
Up. Good. Alright, right cross leg. Right cross leg. Good. That will mean the weight is forward on the front foot, okay? Alright. Up. Good.
He's cut way before.
Okay.
So it's just a step in the growth.
Yeah, so you want to go boom. Remember, keep the leg tight here. Don't come around. Keep it tight to your pelvic. Boom. Right cross leg. Good. So now we'll go right cross leg check, right kick. Okay. Good.
You sprained it? Isn't it sprained?
Yeah. Up. Good. 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 So now we go left cross leg check, left kick. Okay. Up. Good. You see the retraction of the kick has to come back a little bit further. Up. Good.
What level of strength?
So whatever your balance is, whatever feels good for you, that's okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Good. 1, 2. There you go. Good. Good cross. Good.
Yeah.
Halfway. Good.
Okay.
Good.
I'd like to fight.
Up. Good. 1, 2.
Level 2, so.
Good. Left kick. Good.
That's not bad.
Kick.
We do rehab?
So I'm gonna throw any kick. I'll let Cole do leg check or cross leg check, whatever he feels. Okay. Good. Up. Good. Up. Good. Up. Good. Good. Up. Way up. Way. Up. Good. Good. Double kick. Good. Double kick. Good. Double kick. Good. Double kick. Way good. All right. Carry push kick. Carry push kick.
That's why I
Right hand. Right hand. Up. You want to get that slide back. I mean, even if it comes, even if you know it is, set back for that kick, okay? All right, carry push kick. Good. Stand a little closer.
This way?
Yeah. So I would never put those push kicks this far away. So here.
They don't allow these anymore. I think they barely stop.
Back to right that. No, the other way.
Get hurt themselves. We can hurt themselves. They don't have to. And you can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to.
Super effective.
You want to arm those back?
So it looks like I'm pulling it.
Almost, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know where I was at. I pulled the right shoulder back. Stick me up right side. Mark, bark.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
That's too far.
It's kind of this, it's kind of similar.
Yeah.
I thought we were like,
Good. Good, good.
Yeah,
Kick.
good. Once it gets
Good. Kick.
Yeah.
Turn hard. You can't carry.
right there.
I'm good.
to address it.
Slide back a little bit. Slide back only the front foot. Alright. Good. Okay. Front foot.
You watch these things?
Do you want that?
What do you can't put in the washing machine?
Good,
Really
good.
good.
Yeah.
Really good. And the sun.
Cross.
Good.
Good,
Yeah.
That carry.
Just thinking, yeah.
Good.
I'm gonna let it sit out and dry it.
Yeah, that carry.
That's not good.
Good.
Also, that's something really strong.
That carry. Good. One more. Good. Good. Next round. Good. Good. Slide back a little more. Good stuff. Okay. Use the inside carry now, okay? All right. Punch the left hand. Good. The inside carry. Good. Good jab. Good. 1, 2. Good. Go cross. Good. Kick up. Good. Across. Good. Kick. Way good. Good. Left hand inside carry.
Could I do that though?
Yeah, you can. We'll do that, okay? All right. Up. Good. Go cross. Good. Kick. Good. Right side. Remember, you're gonna get that right side here. Like a bullfighter, slide back a little bit, okay? All right. There you go, good. Yeah. Good. Good. 1, 2. Good. Good. 1, 2. Good. Cross. Good. Good. Kick. Good. Good. Kick up. Good. Cross. Good. Kick. Good. Good. Left side. Here. Up. You have to take some good. 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 Jab.
So I use this like this.
Yeah, you still have a narrow target. Kick. Good. Good. Jab. Good. Kick. Good. Kick. Good. Good. Kick up. Carry up. Try again. Up. Try the right kick. Good. Again, right kick. Good. Good. Left side, left kick. Good. 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 All right, good stuff. on our defense against our kicks here. And let's go over the blocks again. No. Right leg check. Left leg check. Good. Left cross check. Right cross check. Good. Parry push kick. Right parry push kick. Good. Inside parry push kick. Right inside parry push kick. Good. All right. And so the ideal here is, again, once we do that defense, one wall of defense, don't crank your body. Keep your body straight. Bang. Defense. Bang. Bang. That way you get back in position to strike fast. All right. And the parry. Start here. Body's a little bit bladed. The more you can narrow your body, as you narrow your body, you can, this is the case that kick hits, slides off you, or doesn't have much contact on you. Is that the call? All right, good stuff. What do we say? Body cup. All right. We'll see you next time.
When in the Los Angeles area, train at MuayThaiAmerica.net.